Hi, everyone. Welcome to another amazing topic of conversation. Thank you to our sponsors, the Health Channel. So please sign up for their newsletter to stay up to date on everything related to health. And for the Chef and You, Finkelman's, with all the tools that you would need to make amazing food. So, Matt, welcome. And I have to say, welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you. It's great to be here and great to be with you.
I know that you cannot stay still, and you developed a few years ago technology
Yes.
that was very innovative. And
Right.
during COVID, you
Yes.
came up with a new idea, a new technology.
Yes, absolutely. So during COVID, I was locked down. Unfortunately, I was in France with my kids. And so during the lockdown, I had the time to create Magma, which is this new platform that we are launching now. And we are launching in Miami and Paris simultaneously, which is a Web3 platform for real estate.
Okay, so now talk about, can you explain a little better?
Yes, of course. So as you know, in 2017, we created a project, a smart city project for the city of Miami that we presented to the Beacon Council, to the county. And we were awarded with the keys of the city for the project. This project was called Miami Beta City. Meaning Miami would be the city, the test city for this new technology. And the idea was to create a digital avatar of the city using a digital twin technology and blockchain technology. So we believe that there is a breakthrough in real estate that can happen by the combination of digital twins and blockchain technology in the same platform. So that's what we did. We created this platform that allows from any building to create a digital copy of this building, a unique digital copy. So the same way you have a unique address for a physical building, you will have its unique copy where you will store all the contractual information and a 3D rendering so you can see what you have.
So it's like taking a building and replicate it.
Absolutely.
So what is the purpose of it?
So now your building, your digital building holds all the information about all the elements in the building. So you can use it for operational management. What we do, we connect it to the blockchain. That means we create a wallet for the building itself. So in the future, the building would be autonomous to make payments. So we don't need a bank. Now the building has a wallet, and the service provider connect to this wallet. They have also, we open for the service provider a wallet, and they can store data and tokens into that wallet.
So wait a second, why would the building want to be autonomous? Like what kind of payments? And I'm talking as if I remember that we're talking that I don't understand a lot of technology. And I'm assuming a lot of people that are hearing this need to understand from scratch.
Yes. So you will want to automate certain things in the building without having to go through the different systems of the organization, like the property manager or the asset manager. They can directly automate payments through a building wallet. So they will be using a building wallet that connects to everyone. And that way you don't have double accounting, like the tenant can pay the building wallet, and the asset manager can use the building wallet to make a payment directly to a service provider. And that way the money stays between the service providers or the tenants within the building environment, inside the building.
But for example, you're talking about paying services like water, electricity.
Yes, in the future, you can automate payment. Let's say for, let's say you have a leak in the building and you want to send someone automatically without having to get the property manager to sign on something. You can program it so then a ticket order goes right away if a tenant has signaled this information through the model. You can upload, basically we give a platform to upload information. So as the building leaves, information gets on the building digital model, and you can make decision based on that information.
But you're talking that in order to do that, for example, Florida Power and Light will need to set up all this in order for that to happen.
Right. It will be connected directly to the building wallet.
And they would have to take like some kind of cryptocurrency in order to get paid.
Yes, from the building wallet directly, yes. And the tenant can pay the building wallet directly, and the money from FPL can be taken out the building wallet directly. Okay,
so now that is for another conversation, the cryptocurrency.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
So
it does work with tokens. So the idea is to give the ownership of the data to the producer of the data. That means when you buy a product in a building, you buy let's say you buy an air conditioner in the building. You want the service provider that has done a good job and has performed a good job in your building, but as well as other buildings. You want this person to be able to showcase that they have delivered on time, under budget. Maybe they have installed the air conditioner perfectly, and so they want their job to be used by other companies, so they can find this data into the platform. So that way they can showcase their work, and they also can use the digital model to show or to model in different buildings. So let's say I'm manufacture windows, I can put my windows digitally in the buildings to showcase them to building owners before they buy them. So it becomes sort of a marketplace where buildings can store different elements that you want to put in the buildings in the future.
So for example, okay, that takes care of the part of the, like the initial part of a building. Air conditioning, lighting,
Yes, so
electrical plants and everything.
Yes, yes.
What about after when you go into decor?
So we divided the building into its different elements. So you have the structure of the building, so the foundation, the supporting wall. You have the mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. You have the architectural information, so the windows, the roof, the floor, the kitchen, the bathroom, and you have the furnitures. And each time, what we ask people is then when they perform an operation, instead of sending you the invoice by email, they upload it in the platform. And someone will make a 3D model of it if it's necessary. Sometimes it's not necessary to do it. You just need to record the information. And that way, all the information of the building is stored digitally, and the information is stored safely. And also, you are rewarded for it. There is a reward system that reward service providers, our tenants, to record information in the platform.
But everybody that's working with you, in order for that to happen, will need to be technology savvy and have all the, or no?
No, not necessarily. If you can send an email, you can put your invoice in the platform, or you can put your contract in the platform, because
that's part of the blockchain technology.
Yeah, the blockchain is only a way to record these items. So what we do, we will not of course, record the contract in the blockchain because it will be public. What we do, we make an encryption of the contract. So let's say you have a 40-year certification. You want this certification to be known by a potential buyer. So what you do, you encrypt the 40-year certification contract that it happened on such day, made by such company. We make an encryption of it and we send it on the blockchain. That way, a potential buyer will just look at the chain of document on the blockchain. They will see this encryption that this contract exists. If they want to find it on permission, they can access it and read it. But on the blockchain, we just store a hash.
Like the history.
Yeah, the history. So that way it records everything. So a buyer of a building will first now look at this before buying the building, because it will hold all the data room of the building.
And that would be for an existing building or one that is going to be built as well?
Yes, so digital twins are used in 3 different phases during the lifespan of a building. During the conception phase, where you have architect and designer that make renderings.
Okay.
In the construction phase, where you have a general contractor and builders and building companies that are building the actual building, making the construction. So they exchange information during the construction. And third phase, during the operational management, when the building is delivered, that's when Magma come in place. We only work with existing buildings. We make a copy of it, and then we give it to the owners, the asset manager, the property manager, the tenants to upload information on it. So it becomes a store of value, of digital value for the building, because that's where you record everything and you can make a visual representation of it, so you can navigate the building. If you click on a wall, if you click on a window, you will see the height, the size, the manufacturer, is there a maintenance? So all this information, and the more information you will give, the more reward you will get. So it's an incentive-based mechanism.
So who will be your the ideal person that would buy that technology from you?
Typically, owners of buildings, single owners of building. We don't do condos. So that will be a big insurance company, real estate investment trust, big real estate companies that own a lot of buildings, asset managers, also brokers, because no brokers, they will have a digital representation of the asset that stores all the information. So there is no more different version of the building circulating, and everything something happens, it's updated. So you always know you have the last version of the building.
Why not condos?
Because condos are already broken down into different properties. So you have one owner per apartment.
You have many owners.
And 10 different service providers per apartment. So at some point, we will sell that also to condo association, because for them, that will be a way to re-centralize everything into a digital building. So that way, it will be easier for them to manage. But for now, we are just targeting individual owners of buildings.
How did you come up with this?
I don't know. No, well, I'm actually I was I was a real estate developer, and I had a sort of an enlightening about what was coming, and I wanted to give purpose to my life, to my professional life. And I wanted to dig into what will be the future, what will be the new way, the new business model coming. And I understood there was a revolution, a technological revolution coming, and that also blockchain will play a role in every industry, because it's at the same time, it's a notary that can record information, and it's a bank that can make transfer through tokens. And also it's a collaborative technology that lowers operating cost, because it can automate things and it can lower cost to everyone. So I was really amazed by this, and I wanted to have an impact somehow. So that's why I thought, how can I apply that to a city? And I thought Miami was the best city to do that, because it's it's a young city. It's an upcoming city where that's getting global. It's getting bigger
recognition,
and you have a lot of new construction, so they can leapfrog pretty much some years of technology advancements and directly adopt this kind of technology. And I thought Miami was the best place to do it, so that's why I did the Miami Beta City project.
How is it going to impact our lives, our daily lives?
But
once you start implementing this?
First, it's an incentive for the good administration of a building. That means now your tenant has an incentive to provide you information if there is a leak in the building, or if there is a malfunctioning, or if he can lower the energy cost in the building, or help you in any way, shape, or form to maintain your building. You will reward him. And there is no incentive to put bad information, because it's an ecosystem where good information is rewarded. So the more intelligent is your info, the better the more reward you get. The more relevant is your info, the more reward you get.
So for example, if there's a leak, they can go into the twin digital version of the building.
Right, they can report, they can chat with each other, they can share information about the building, and they can
see where all the tubes and everything is coming to be able to fix it better.
For example, or if let's say I'm a property manager and I want to know if one of the service provider has performed his work and it's finished and he leaves the job clean. Instead of sending someone, I can simply ask one of the tenants to take a picture of it, upload it in the model. That way I save in transportation, I save someone to check, a report, etc. So it will save operating cost overall, because everyone will use a single source of truth. So you don't have asymmetry of information. And so it will basically save cost to the overall building management for everyone.
How else will it impact? Like, for example, will you do it for houses, or it's not worth it?
Yeah, we can do it for houses. And also what we look at different KPIs. We have an index to measure the level of completion of the digitization of the building. So we look at different things like recyclability. We are entering a new economy that is more circular, because resources are getting scarce, energy costs are higher. So you want to look at...
Depends on who you're talking to.
Energy costs, I think, over the board are higher. I mean, in Europe, at least I know...
No, in Europe it's very high, but depends on who you're talking to, because certain people don't believe in the recycling part. So it's kind of...
yeah, really? No, but if you have a building, okay, first of all, 80% of the cost of a building over its lifespan is operating cost. So the purchase cost is one thing, but what costs more is the operating cost. And what costs you is when you don't optimize your operating cost. So when you do refurbishment, when you renovate your building, you want to make sure you don't waste money, or you can even resell some part of the building. So what you look at is that I have maybe iron in my building, or I have material, wood, things that I can resell. That's one thing. You can reuse them. So you can resell it to someone, or you can reuse them differently, or sell it to someone that is going to reuse them. Or you can recycle them. You can melt the iron. You can, okay. So you can recycle, reuse, or resell. Also, we look at energy performance. Is the data that I get can help me reduce my energy performance? For example, if you have a smart building that has sensors, so let's say you have motion sensor that detect the presence of someone in the building, and you have temperature sensors that you can manage the temperature of the building. You can program a smart contract that says, if nobody came in that room for more than 2 hours, then I can lower the temperature if it's heated, or I can stop the air conditioning if it's air conditioning. And when someone comes in the room, it goes up. So these are the kind of contract you can program through smart buildings. So that would be the things that we will look at for the index. So is it saving operational cost? Is it help me recycle or the recycling part of the building? Does it help lower the cost of energy consumption?
Mm-hmm.
So that those are the things that we look at in the index.
So that can really impact our daily lives, because it
Yes.
totally can take care of managing better budgets.
Yes,
and better
also,
buildings.
Also for service provider, it gives a marketplace where you have all these digital buildings. And you know, today, everything is digital. You know, you cannot manufacture anything without having a digital model first. Even the building permits now, if you go to the city of Miami, all these paper, you know, documents, you have the architects,
They're now digital.
It's over. Now it's all digital. So anything you will do in a building in the future will have a digital model. So imagine if you have the measurements of all the buildings, then you can place your objects everywhere. And so if you want to, let's say, even if I'm making furnitures, okay, I want to give my models to a platform like this where they can put my furnitures in every building. So if someone wants it, just on a click of a button, they can order it, and they will know if it fits or not in seconds.
No, it sounds amazing.
It is.
Matthew, thank you so much.
Thank you, Gladys. Thank you.
I look forward when you're launching this. I understand you're launching this in Emerge.
Yes, absolutely. We are a sponsor of Emerge, the big conference in April. We are sponsoring the 5K 5-kilometer race, which I will run.
Okay.
Yes, and you're welcome to come run with us.
I will look.
Yes.
I'm not running.
And we will be sponsor of the conference, so we will be back in April, and we will be able also to showcase the platform. Right now we have built let's say 20% of it, and in April I think we will be much further ahead, so I will be able to make you a nice demonstration.
We look forward to that.
Me too.
Thank you so much. And to everyone, have an amazing day, and above all, stay safe.